Hello again. Decided I'd put another video out and have something to say about it. I named my video Welcome to the New Canada. That's right, the New Canada. It's the Canada where young moms and pastors are being fined in the New Canada for doing absolutely nothing wrong. Meanwhile, criminals convicted of murder are being set free. That's right, they were locked up. There was a reason they were locked up. They were dangerous. But now, thanks to, you guessed it, the Liberal government, these people are now being set free to do what? Do you think any of them have been reformed? Not likely. They're going to go do the same thing again, and who knows, maybe even worse. So anyway, I named my video Welcome to the New Canada, but I've got something to say about it. I've got some people to thank, but before I thank those people for what's happening in Canada, I've got this to say. A year and a half ago, I did some what I call deep diving, because somebody made me aware of what's going on. I watched a few videos, I read some articles and stuff like that, and I tried to reach people with valuable information that was about what's coming for Canada and us Canadians. Well, I had a hard time reaching people. The only people I basically reached was the people that seen things the way that I see them. For doing this, okay, I got, oh my goodness, what I had to deal with. I was called a racist, a bigot, a white supremacist, and for what? Because I was exposing some truth. There were some people here in St. John's. I tell you what, I'm almost positive, well, I was surprised something bad didn't happen to me. These people had the backing and support of all the mainstream media here in Newfoundland. The good news is, okay, I fought these people for the most part by myself, and I won. Now, most of these people, they have no audience. Their friends, their associates, all seen what they're made of. They were wolves in sheep clothing, and that's the bottom line. They all had agendas, or they were being supported by government funds for fake charities and stuff like that, okay? Now, so here's the part where I get to thank you. Yes, you, the ones that voted for the Justin Trudeau government. Things are happening, and it's coming down big time. There's much coming down the pipe over the last 2 months. Okay, I'm not going to get into why, because hey, Kenny is putting out his conspiracy theories again. Well, guess what? I'm not. Okay, it's true. The mainstream media is blinding you. Okay, you're not listening. A local radio station. Yeah, I've been listening. And it's almost like every 5 minutes they're pushing some kind of narrative, especially with the COVID-19, all the stuff that's happening, where so many people are imprisoned in their home. You know what? You can go to Costco's, you can go to Walmart, big business, but you can't go to church. You can't go visit your family. And now, as I said, the video I'm about to show you is very disturbing. And it is, thanks to Rebel Media. I don't Don't mean to steal their videos, but I'm pretty sure they won't mind me helping get the word that they're trying to get out, because they're being muzzled too. Just like I'll probably be muzzled on this video. Facebook probably won't show it to anybody. Okay? So anyway, once again, thank you to you that voted for the Liberal Party of Canada. But you know what? It's not you that's going to pay a price. It's your children and your grandchildren. Those are the ones that are going to pay the price for your mistakes. And I'm ashamed to say this, but many of you are from Newfoundland. Very proud of where I'm from, but I honestly got to tell you, I'm not very proud of some of you that are from here. That's my final thoughts. I'll take you to the video.
Justin Trudeau made hundreds of thousands of law-abiding Canadian gun owners criminals overnight, while at the same time the federal and provincial governments all across the country are letting inmates out of jails and prisons. It's just another reason we have to keep those liberal hands off our guns. Earlier this week, Justin Trudeau made 1,500 different models of popular rifles and shotguns illegal. And he did it through an order in council, skirting any debate about the efficacy of his ban in combating violent crime occurring in Canadian cities. Now, the order in council does something else, too. It also helps Justin Trudeau avoid accountability for his continued scapegoating of Canada's legal firearms community for the crimes committed by those who use illegal, mainly trafficked firearms from the United States to do their dirty deeds. You see, in Justin Trudeau's Canada, the law-abiding are punished and the criminals, well, they are set free and coddled. And there's no greater example of this than the current gun ban that's happening at the exact same time as prisons and jails being emptied to save hardened criminals from the coronavirus. Just look at this from Global News. Canada is releasing immigration detainees at unprecedented rates amid COVID-19 fears. So to be clear, these people are already illegally inside our country. Many are awaiting deportation, and almost all of them have been deemed unlikely to appear for an immigration proceeding. Of the 353 immigration detainees held in provincial jails and processing centers, over 200 have been released simply because of the coronavirus. Let's stay with Global News for a second. Here's another example. Derek Snow, 53, is serving a sentence near Kingston for breaking and entering and theft, and he's been released because of his pre-existing conditions of diabetes, pulmonary disease, and malignant sarcoma. They've made him susceptible to the coronavirus. Now, here's one from Vancouver Island. BC jails have released nearly 100 inmates ahead of their scheduled release as provincial correction systems try to prevent an outbreak of the coronavirus. And let's go to a province that I thought voted Conservative, but this hardly sounds Conservative. COVID-19 trims Ontario's inmate population by 24%. It's been reduced by 24% during the last 2 weeks to combat the spread of COVID-19. They've released a total of 2,005 inmates. Oh, but I am not done yet. Staying in Ontario, from the Toronto Sun, a Hamilton man who murdered his family in 1976 gets COVID-19 medical leave. Joe Rollo slaughtered his wife and 2 children in 1976. Now, thanks to COVID-19, the Hamilton triple killer has been granted medical leave from a Sudbury halfway house. According to media reports, the Parole Board of Canada decided last week that for the next 90 days, the 77-year-old killer can live full-time in a home he shares with his girlfriend. He had been splitting his week between a halfway house and his girlfriend's apartment. But now I guess it's the apartment full-time. You see, after carrying on an affair with a co-worker in 1976, Rollo decided the best way out is to kill his wife Sandra, their 6-year-old son Jason, and their 5-year-old daughter Stephanie. He now walks free because this government doesn't take crime seriously, letting child killers free because of the Wuhan flu, yet the Liberals are creating new classes of crimes to convict the law-abiding of. I mean, there are a lot of other ways to deal with guys like this pistol-packing pimp and human trafficker named Dion Kuvali that don't involve cracking down on duck hunters and target shooters. You see, little Dion was already under a firearms ban when he pled guilty in March to charges including 2 counts of human trafficking, procuring to provide sexual services, possession of a rifle, 2 breaches of a gun ban, and, for good measure, trafficking cocaine. This pimp just scored a conditional sentence and bail on May 2nd for his second bunch of gun charges. It's the day after the Liberals effectively banned duck hunting in Canada. If the Liberals have their way, the only people possessing guns in this country will be gangsters like Dion and his human trafficking teenage girl exploiting friends. That's why we've got to fight back. Please go to handsofourguns.com to sign my friend Cian Bexty's petition. For Rebel News, I'm Sheila Gunreid. Violent criminals, gangsters, and human traffickers are going to be the only people in Trudeau's Canada who have guns, and that makes everybody far less safe. Canada's firearms community should not be paying for the crimes of Toronto gangsters. To sign our petition telling the Liberals to leave us alone, go to handsofourguns.com.